What's up, everyone? Deuces Jack at VapingInsider.com. Today, we're going to go over the best Sub Ohm tanks heading into the year 2019. That's right, I'm going to give you my top three. I've probably tested over 100 Sub Ohm tanks so far, and these are my top three, basically for flavor and clouds, not just flavor. These are the top three overall. Let's go over a Sub Ohm tank a little bit first, all right? When we talk about a Sub Ohm tank, we're talking about a tank that comes with factory coils, all right? Now, up until as little as a year ago, right, every vapor you spoke to would be like, listen, you want great flavor, you need an RTA or you need an RDA, all right? Sub Ohm tanks were good, they were convenient, but they used regular wire, and the flavor wasn't always as good as an RDA or an RTA. Well, now, with these new mesh coils that have come out, Sub Ohm tank flavor has gotten a lot closer to RDA and RTA flavor. That's for sure. I mean, there's not much of a difference anymore. And that's why all three tanks on this list are tanks that use mesh coils. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is the Freemax Mesh Pro. I think they renamed it the M tank now, all right? It's the bubbly looking one, right? It looks exactly like the OG Fireluke. The only difference is they gave you a slider top and there's no RBA deck included. In the OG Fireluke, they had an RBA deck. So that's a pro tip for you. If you want to run these coils that I'm about to talk about and you want to do it on the cheap, go shopping for a Freemax Fireluke OG one, the original one that came out with the screw-off top, and you'll get an RBA deck with it. But let's talk about the one at hand right now, all right? This Fireluke has a single mesh, a double mesh, a triple mesh, and a quadruple. That's right, 4 mesh coils and 1 atomizer head. That's kind of cool, man. Flavor and clouds for days. It's a 25 millimeter tank. It's available in a ton of colors, beautiful resin colors. Got a couple of bubble glass options. You got a 6 mil, a 5 mil, and a 4 mil bubble glass option. You only get 2 in the packaging. I forget which ones you get. I think it's the 6 and the 4, but don't quote me on that. Check out the full review that we did. We'll have a link down below to it. I'm sure I get specific in that review. Number 2 on the list is the Horizon Tech Falcon tank. Now, I'm rocking the resin one right now. It came in other metal versions. This is, as far as I'm concerned, the OG mesh tank. There may have been others before it that ran mesh coils, but these are the guys that basically got it right. They're using these coils with like 70% cotton, 30% wood pulp. Coil longevity on them is just fantastic. Again, in the resin versions, there are tons of colors available. It's a 25 millimeter atomizer. It's got 7 different coils in the coil family, and 3 of them are mesh. They have a single, a double, and a triple. The M1, the M2, and the triple mesh coil. It's got awesome flavor and clouds. The flavor and clouds on this thing is just fantastic. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Right now, I got it on top of my Geekvape Foxy. I'm at 85 watts at 0.17. Check it out. Just nice, man. Fully saturated flavor. The clouds are fantastic. The flavor is just on point. Definitely, deserves to be in the number 2 spot. Next up, in the number 3 spot, is the Geekvape Alpha. Now, take a look at the Geekvape Alpha, right? I'm running it on top of my Aegis Legend. I like running it on this mod. Another resin tank. It's not as bubbly looking as the Falcon and the Fireluke. It's got a little bit more of a squared off look. Kind of looks like it's got shoulders on it, right? It's 25 millimeters in diameter, has a 4 ml capacity. There are 2 coils in the package. Both of them are mesh, so that's kind of cool. It's a resin tank. There's not as many colors available in this model as there are on the other 2 that I mentioned, but it's still a good-looking resin tank. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure you'll be able to find a color that you'll be able to match up to one of your favorite mods. The flavor and clouds on this thing is fantastic. Coil longevity is phenomenal. I've just been enjoying the hell out of this thing. Let's have a vape. Let me show you what it can do. I'm ohming out at 0.18 at 85 watts. And the flavor, the saturation, the cloudage that I get is just phenomenal. I've definitely been enjoying this tank. Now let me say something about all of the tanks that we spoke about, okay? All three of them are so close. You really can't go wrong with either one of them. Basically, what it's going to come down to for you is it's going to come down to aesthetics. Which one do you like the look of the best? Maybe one company has a certain color that you think is going to match a certain mod of yours better. I don't know. That's up to you. That's a personal choice on your part. I'm just telling you that between the three of them, it was very hard to put them in the 1, 2, and 3 slot because they were so close as far as flavor and clouds go. There's really, you can't go wrong with any one of them. I said it once, I'll say it again. That's just the bottom line on these three. All of them have a great family of coils available to them. All of them vape phenomenally. You'll get very, very close to RDA and RTA flavor with any one of these Sub Ohm tanks. And that's it, folks. That's all I got for you today. Like I said before, we're going to have links down below to the full reviews that we did on each and every one of them. And we're also going to have a link to the vendor where you can go out and get yourself one. Make sure you head over to our forum, vapinginsider.com/forum. And hey, man, if you liked this video, if you thought I was helpful, if you thought I did a good job, do me a favor, man. Give me that thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. This way you know every time we drop a new video. We're going to see you guys on the next one. You keep living that vape life. We're out of here. Deuces.